Howdy ho, guys and gals. Welcome back to the Den of Tools. We've got one of the biggest leaks over at Harbor Freight from our friends. You know who they are. Yep, Agent Deep Freight. He's got in there, got the goods. We're going to show you everything that's going on. We got leaked tags. That's stuff that is going to be showing up in store. Might be in the back room right now. Should be showing up in stores in days, weeks at most. Then we've got leaked images and other stuff and details on newer tools that are not yet in stores. And then we also have some stuff that is launched new on the website. We're going to talk about all the new tools and more. So let's jump into it. All right, first one we just had up on the screen. Don't want to tease it anymore. This is actually a pretty big deal. We've talked about this. One of the easiest ways to tell what kind of new stuff is coming out. And if you don't know, Harbor Freight's slowly going throughout the entire store and updating stuff and implementing their good, better, best kind of platform. Well, the drill presses, as we saw before, which were Central Machinery, they've been clearance price lately, and I'm like, well, that's awesome because they're going to be updating those, and they're showing up in Bauer red. How cool is that? They're not cordless, but they're in the Bauer, and they're red. It gives them a little bit of pop in the old shop. You know, a little bit of color doesn't hurt. I mean, look around me. It gets pretty dark in here. I like a little bit of color. So first, we got the 8, the 10, the 12-inch. They all have the laser alignment system in them. That's awesome. We're talking about it on the 8-inch to 2.3, 750 to 3,200 RPM. LED work light. I love the LED rather than the incandescent bulb. I think the LEDs are so much easier to work with. I think they give better light. I don't know. We got the 10-inch is 6.2 amp coming in at, was it 630 to 3,300 RPMs, LED laser alignment, and then the 12-inch, which is 6.2 amp as well. It's 530 to 3,100. So getting down to 530, that's some slower speeds. For those of you who don't know, slower speed, high torque is what you want when you start dealing with harder stuff, specifically metals and stuff like that. LED work light on that, laser alignment again. So we got that, and that's coming in at the better category. So will there be a best? I'm intrigued. I want to see what the best is going to be. All right, in the lower left, the titanium welding table. I'm so psyched about this. I've been so close to pulling the trigger on one of these. I see them all the time over at Northern Tool, at least online. I don't have a Northern Tool around me. They have the clutch one there. I don't know if it's identical to that, but it looks pretty similar. But I think this is, I'm at least in the shopping I've been doing, this is probably one of the best DIY, entry-level tables. Yeah, they've got the basic sawhorse style one that tilts, and the tilting's nice and stuff. But if you really want, a nice, decent table to start with, that's probably going to be the best one to go with. I'm going to see if I can get one in the shop. Maybe see if I can add some wheels to it because, I like my mobility in the shop. All right, next up, brushless belt sander from Bauer. That's going to be a 20-volt battery system there. So that's going to be awesome. What do we have? 825. I'm trying to read the best pictures, the bears, they're not great with digital photography. They're more of a film kind of animal. So, their focus sometimes not the best, but we do what we want. I think it's 825 there. 5-position handle, high power, sealed bearing motor, tool-free belt adjust. Sounds great. Can't wait to see it. And then next to it, we got the new lathes. 5-speed wood pen lathe. 10-inch by 18-inch, turn materials up to 10 inches by 18 inches, 760 to 3,200 RPMs, cast iron build, half a horsepower. I'll be honest, not a lathe guy. All right, maybe I'll ask Brad over at Brad's Workbench, or some of you all can chime in and let me know, what do you think about this lathe? Is this going to meet your needs? They typically have a couple different lathes, and that's coming in at the good category. Are we going to get a better and a best on top of that? All right, let's keep going. We got more stuff. Now these, as I said before, these are tools that are, these are tags that are showing up in store, which means that the tools are either in store already or soon to be. They're not printing tags for stuff that isn't out yet or coming out soon, or at least stuff that isn't verified. Now this, I can say is verified because if you saw my coverage from SEMA, that's the big auto show in Vegas every November. SEMA last year, I got to get paws on with these. They look awesome. I haven't had a chance to use one yet. This is the corded deep cut bandsaw here under the Hercules line. Now we've seen the Bauer. Of course, I have the old school Central. Is it Central Machinery? I'm trying to look over it. It's locked up in the stand, like a lot of people said. And I'd actually already come to the conclusion I'm not taking it out of that stand. I'm going to wait. I'm going to get another bandsaw. Am I going to get this one? I might get it just to do a comparison. I'll tell you what. I'm honestly waiting for the cordless, because I'm going to have one that's portable. I want it to be cordless. For the one I have locked up in the stand, and that stand, man, that's a necessity in any kind of small shop. That is so amazing with the table, with the chop ability. It's a game changer. For $100, and that's not even on sale. If you get on sale, it's even better. Anyway, we're coming out here at $179. Now remember, prices you see here, they're placeholder prices. They might be accurate, they might be completely off. So I could see $179 being a viable price for this saw. I gotta tell you, I've never had a problem with the Central Machinery, aka Bauer bandsaw. The Hercules has got to be, probably twice as robust. So we're looking at high output, 11 amp, 420 SFPM, cuts fast, and it includes rugged job site tough case and blade covers. That's nice. I like that. 6-speed variable control, 5-inch by 5-inch deep cut capacity, all metal gear housing and rugged construction withstand job site abuse, 3-position tool-free shoe for accurate cuts. I like that. Clear line of sight LED. That's even better. Adjustable front handle and tool-free blade change. What more do you want? All right, let's keep going. We got a sander. Check this out. This is people keep saying we want to see more brushless from Hercules. Hercules quietly has been releasing just every month. Well, here we got another one. Another brushless, cordless, 5-inch random orbit sander. Remember, anything in the Hercules line that's brushless, 5-year warranty, 3 years on the battery, 3 years on the charger. We're looking at 800 to 1200 OPM on it. That's orbits per minute. Get up to 40 minutes of runtime using a 5 amp hour battery. I got to tell you, 5 amp hour batteries are nice. Those high output slim ones, that's my go-to. That's my favorite battery now. Powerful brushless motor. We talked about the speeds on that. 8-hole dust collection with dust bag, ergonomic rubberized grip, hook and loop, dust sealed. Switch prevents dust intrusion, 5-year warranty as we talked about. Price looking at $90. Now this is going to be tool only coming out compared to $159. We're going to have to see. But if you're looking for an orbital sander, I prefer corded, honestly. But if I'm usually using it around the shop, I'm not using it on a job site. On a job site, I could see going cordless. All right, let's talk about this. Did not expect this one. I should have. It was leaked on the website. They have. We'll show it to you. Actually, we'll show you what we're talking about here in a minute. Hercules 20-volt cordless was at 14 gauge double cut metal shears. They have a double cut head that removes thin strips during cutting for cleaning fresh without deforming the material. These basically, they're powered snips is what they are. You're looking at $100 on that. I do not believe this is brushless. So this is gonna be the standard warranty, everything else that applies with it. Cuts clean, cleanly cut sheet metal up to 14 gauge or stainless up to 16 gauge. Variable speed trigger, ergonomic body, built-in LED, durable steel cutter blades with replaceable blades. If you're doing a lot of metal work, that's going to be a must-have item. All right, check this out. They just came out with that Bauer pipe threader, and they sent it down for review, and I called my buddy who is a plumber, does a lot, and a lot of people chimed in like, nobody's doing that kind of stuff anymore. You're all thinking water, all right? At least, I don't know about your state. In our state, you're running a gas, they want black pipe. And I'm just telling you what the people around here tell me, and that they use a lot of it. And that pipe threader, he's been putting that thing through the ringer, using it pretty much every day. He's got a chain vise, but maybe I can get him to come in and test this one also. So let me see if I can get it fully on the screen. Why can't I get this fully on the screen? All right, so you can see more of it. It's the what do we got? It's a pipe chain vise, basically. It's for working with pipe. It's got if you're not familiar, and I'm saying this for those of you who aren't familiar with this kind of thing, and it's under the Doyle brand, all right? So this is going to be fairly robust. It's not going to be just a simple entry-level beginner kind of thing. This is going to be for professional use. Wide base, leg chains keep stands folded even when rough. And even in rough working conditions, foldable tray, lightweight, easy transport, weighs 40 pounds, has to weigh at least that much, otherwise that thing would jump all over the place. T-handle for jack screws, integrated pipe benders, that's cool. Let's see, vice space overhangs, tool hanger for secure pipe cutting. Price is $200. From what I've seen from other one of these, we'll have to see how it holds up, but we'll be able to hopefully do a comparison for you. All right. check this out. A lot of people are like, what's happened to the old Central Pneumatic, the big professional air compressors? They were a go-to. You see them in the back of a lot of trucks, permanently mounted kind of stuff. Well, look who's here. We got Fortress has come to play. 30-gallon, 420cc truck bed compressor. Now, looking at a price of about $2,000, but for a good quality professional grade compressor, that's not unheard of. Running the Predator 420cc OHV horizontal shaft engine, heavy die-cast iron heads, oil lubricated 2-stage pump, 30-gallon ASME tank, all altitude performance, V-style pump cylinders. Man, that is, a lot of people are going to be looking at this one. A lot of people are going to be looking at that. Me, not so much. I don't need an air compressor like that. But that is 30 gallons. That's a serious portable bed style air compressor. A lot of people have been wondering if they're ever going to come out with bigger air compressors. They're starting to get back in there. I don't know if we'll ever see a 60 or 80 gallon kind of thing, but they're coming back in there. Anyway, so I was talking about the silhouettes that they show in the coming soon area. So the metal shears we've seen. Compact trim router, we're still waiting on. The 8-inch professional bench grinder, it just got announced. I got info on that coming up. We got the 20-volt brushless sander. We just saw that. The deep cut bandsaw, we just saw that. The nibbler. Nibblers are cool. If you never worked with a nibbler, that's a lot of fun. It literally, basically is like a mini metal stamp in your hand, and it just literally nibbles. It takes out little square, or I don't know, I guess they have different sizes, but little type chunks right out of the middle, just zips right along. So they're looking at a 20-volt brushless 16-gauge nibbler. This is all in the Hercules line, by the way. So that's going to be brushless. That's going to be 5-year warranty on that one. That's going to be nice. All right, let's keep going here. All right, we got other stuff. We just talked about what was announced. This is what's in the What's New site on their website. And I talked to Harbor Freight about this. This is the 8-inch gauge heavy-duty professional bench grinder. Now, they had one of these before, and it was nice. It was an 8-inch bench grinder, and it had the articulating LED light, and it was variable speed. Check marked all the boxes you want. And they said, you know what? We want to go more professional with this. We want to go higher end, heavy duty workhorse. We want you to look at this and think like the old school kind of grinders that you see, something that is just basically bulletproof. So they pulled that one back, and they did something. I'm going to do a whole video covering what's going on with all the bench grinders at Harbor Freight. So we'll explain the whole thing in that, but understand what they've done is they've simplified this and they've made it bulletproof. At least from talking to them. This is a 1 horsepower induction motor, sealed bearings, ballast washers, the anti-vibration, the whole 9 yards. So it is just a big chonkin 8-inch bench grinder. And if you want something that's serious, this is going to be the beast you want to use. You'll have to get your own lighting. It's not going to be variable speed. This is going to be for what it is. All right, next up, we got the Hercules circ saw. I love a good corded circ saw, and I don't think on YouTube they get enough attention. I know all the excitement goes to the latest cordless this and the latest cordless this, that. Don't get me wrong, I love cordless tools. I'm looking around because I usually have one at my desk. Yeah, this is what I got right now. This thing is hilarious. But anyway, the this is a B-Spy. You can't even buy it anymore. So don't even go out there looking for it because you're not going to find it. But a good solid workhorse circ saw corded. Again, I think that's a must-have for any shop. Here you go. 7 1/4, full size, 15 amp, $100. What more do you need? This thing is a workhorse of a circ saw. 20 volt brushless, cordless, 7-inch variable speed rotary polisher sander tool. For those of you who are in that kind of industry where you're going to be doing this all day long, this is the tool you're going to want. Brushless is going to get that battery. You're not going to get a ton more torque. You don't need a ton more torque in a polisher sander. What you need is battery runtime, and reliability. And that's what brushless is going to give you. It's going to give you longer battery life. It can give you higher torque, but that's not what you need here. But it's going to give you that long-term reliability. 5-year warranty on top of that, coming in at $110. All right, next up. So I'm going to show this. This one's been out for a while. It's probably in stores by this point. But we saw the hammer drilling universal dust collection kit. Well, they just also released this, the 1 1/8 for breaker hammers. They're getting serious about dust collection. They're getting serious about reaching out to pros and giving the pros the tools that they want. But Harbor Freight likes to leak stuff on their own. They like to throw in these little Easter eggs at time. So we got this. That attachment is hooked up to, and it isn't branded, but it is in Hercules blue. It is a matching Hercules blue. That is a HEPA dust collector system. And now, whether Harbor Freight just put this in here as a placeholder or whether that's coming down the pipe, I'm excited. I would love to see it. I would absolutely love to see it. And it's clearly not Photoshop because there it is in a real picture. So they've got something that's in Hercules blue. I want to know more about it. Anyway, if you're over there and you want to send me an email, something about what's going on, want to be part of the Agent Deep Freight Corps, email me at red@denatools.com. We always protect our sources. All right, now I know you Bauer folks are like, well, what about us? You're talking about all this Hercules stuff. What do we get? You get a blower. That's it. 100, it was 1,000 CFM, 1/5. They've had this for years. They just pulled it back, give it a little update, rebranded it as Bauer. It's a great blower. At least the old one was. I can't imagine this one not being good. And it even still has the same, adjustment pivot kind of stuff. You can set it on its back. It can blow straight up, straight across, at an angle. It can do all sorts of fun things. $90. Now you're like, well, why don't we get more? You need to sit down and relax, okay? For the last 3 to 5 years, Bauer's been getting the lion's share of all the new tools. All the Hercules folks have been sitting back. They've been like, where's our stuff? And they've been overlooked. Finally, they're getting some love, and suddenly you Bauer folks are like, where's our stuff? Please. Anyway, here's what's coming soon from Bauer. Some exciting stuff, honestly. Rotary tool. That I'm guessing this is like the piggyback style like we have for the Ryobi, and don't tell me it's Ryobi. I don't care. Look at me. Look at this face. This is my I don't care face. It's Ryobi. That's all it is to me. I don't care. And the Heart, and I have the Heart one. It's fantastic. Brushless hammer drill. More brushless stuff coming for Bauer. The ratchet. Everyone keeps asking me, is there going to be a ratchet? Yes, there's going to be a ratchet. When? I don't know. I have asked. They pretend that they can't hear me. They stick their fingers in the ear and do the la 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 thing. I don't know what's coming out. It's in the coming soon, but we know how that is. All right. What do we got? Variable speed, reversible drill. Those are always quality. The wet dry vac, 16 gallons, 6.5 horsepower wet dry vac with cart. That's cool. I just bought that DeWalt. I almost wish I'd waited now. And then the circ saw, we got the regular 14 amp circ saw, extended anvil impact wrench. By the way, I got the long extended anvil impact wrench for the Hercules. I owe you a video on that one. The brushless, where'd it go? And the brushless sander, we talked about that one. All right, let's keep going with other stuff. All right, everyone remembers this one, right? The old school green Central Machinery 6x48 belt sander. Now in gray under Central Machinery as well. It's not identical, but it's pretty close. Now, whether they've updated the internals, I don't know, but the price is pretty much exactly the same. This is their clearance price, so I believe it was at $300. So not much of a difference there. How about a split beam torque wrench? A lot of people have been saying, oh yeah, you love your click style, you love your digital. The real pros use a split beam. There you go, Icon 3/8, 20 to 100 foot-pound professional split beam torque wrench for $120. There you go. All right, with the flex head, no less. Braun 10,000 lumen 50-foot LED string light. They just sent this to me. Actually, I got it in a box over there. I am super excited about setting it up. I got decent lighting in my shop, but I need better lighting over the workbenches themselves. And I was looking at, I even bought some of the Braun 4-foot LED lights. But I was worried about how much space they take and whether they're going to be too much concentrated light and that kind of stuff. This came out. I'm like, that is the perfect solution. That is absolutely the perfect solution. So we're going to get that set up and show you how that goes. All right, next up, we got the portable, the old vices. They went away. Some came back as the Doyle, which are in the better. The good enough is the gray ones in the Central Machinery. Every shop needs a carpenter's vise. I got one over here. An old school one, not this. And it's falling apart. I need to rebuild it. With the drill press vise, that's a no-brainer. If you don't have one of these in your shop, you're just asking for problems. Get a decent vise for $25. And then the old table swivel vise. The only time I've used one of these is dealing with doing stuff with long distance paper puncher kind of stuff. Usually handheld kind of stuff. But anyway, let me know what you use them for if this is something you're going to be picking up. We got a Braun rechargeable LED headlamp. I'll be honest, I'm kind of confused on this one. I thought this was already out. Maybe they pulled it and reissued it under a different SKU with a new manufacturer. Not sure about that one. And then ramps. Ramps on ramps on ramps. We got a whole bunch of ramps. Oh, wait, too far there. Let's go back. Oh, I'm all over the place. There we go. Look at this. 3,000 pound capacity, 12 inch by 90 arched aluminum ramp. Then we've got the 1,500 pound and the 1,250 pound. We're looking at 120 on that one, 150 and $200. So it's summer. You know, you want to get started, get those toys up in the back of the pickup truck. That's the way to do it safely. That's awfully steep. That's awfully steep. I always go overkill is underrated. I'd go with the 3,000 pound ones myself. All right. And as you saw before, they got a new biometric fingerprint lock. Here's what I like about this. Biometric makes it easy to get into, but it's not reliable. All right. There are times, and I don't care how reliable, how the technology just isn't there to make it 100% reliable. And it has to be rock solid, 100% reliable. So there's also buttons on it. All right. So you can do fast action with the buttons. And then for convenience sake, you can use the fingerprint one to get in and other time you need. The fact of the matter with this one is that they've upgraded that ridiculous Ruger semi-auto they had in all the other gun safe pictures. And now they've got that little Beretta in there. It's cute. Not my cup of tea, but at least it's better than that Ruger they had in there. Don't get me wrong, the Ruger's super reliable. It is. And when you run out of bullets, you can just throw it at them. Anyway, there you go. That's the leaked and updated stuff. Let me know which one of these, not which one of these specifically, but which one of all the stuff we were talking about are you the most excited about, or what haven't you seen? And I know you're going to say the Jigsaw. I know you're going to say the Hercules Jigsaw. I hear you, brother. I have told it to Harbor Freight. They know. I don't have any other information on it. But anyway, anything else, put it down in the comments. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.